Namaste, my name is Devdutt Pattanaik and I write on mythology. And the word mythology is based on a Greek word called mythos, which basically means stories. And when I heard of this session, I found it interesting because the group is called Pran. And I thought of a mythological line which deals with reputation, which comes from the Ramcharitmanas, which is Pran jai pan vachan na jai. When we talk about the reputation of India, the first thing is not to be defensive. I have never understood why Indians are very defensive about India. We have no need to impress the world. We are what we are. You have to work with helping people understand how we are different. We are not better than others, we are not worse than others. We are just different. We are a function of history, we are a function of geography, we are a function of population, we are a function of diversity. And the simplest way, when you're telling people stories, and people say, how do I tell people about India? I say, tell them to show a currency note from their country. So if you're someone from Europe, give me the euro. If you're from America, show me the dollar bill. If you're from China, show me the one. And then I show them a rupee note. And I ask them, can you count the number of scripts? How many scripts are there? And then they realize, and how many Indians in this room? Can you tell me how many scripts are on the Indian rupee note? See, we can't agree on that too. And ask them, if you were running a country where people had so many languages, which language, as a CEO, which language would you speak? Which is the most efficient? And then they'll come up with an answer. And then you ask them, which language will you sacrifice for efficiency? And they will have no answer. And then you tell, this is India. Welcome to India. We are a country which has more languages, more communities, more complexities than anywhere else in the world. Do you know why MasterChef struggles in India? Because when you make a classical, high-end Western dish, you eat what the chef serves you. But in India, I serve you a thali. And in a thali, is it standardized or customized? The thali is standardized, but what you eat is highly customized because each one of us will mix the food very differently. What you actually eat is not what the cook serves. Cutlery is not the right way to eat. Chopsticks is not the right way to eat. Fingers are not the right way to eat. They are just different ways of eating. Why do we use the word right and wrong? This is the right way to do it, the wrong way to do it. And it really comes from religious traditions, the Western traditions of monotheism, where God is judge, qayamat. There is a right way to live and there is a wrong way to live. And nobody can agree what is the right way and the wrong way, and they keep fighting wars right from the Crusades. And even today we are told there's a right way to live and there's a wrong way to live. There's a right way to live, there's a wrong way to live. And the Chinese said, we don't want to listen to you, we shall build the Great Wall of China, which we now call the firewall. Because we don't want to learn from you. Thank you very much. Indians have found a better answer. We will not build walls. We will listen to you and do exactly what we want to do. We have learned the art of agreeing with you and never doing what you are telling us to do. And this comes across as a rude shock to people because they say, this is so hypocritical. But they don't understand that when you have to deal with the mamas and the chachas and the uncles and the taus in a diverse ecosystem, in order to survive, you have to agree with everyone, do exactly what you want to do. Different cultures think differently, and therefore different cultures have different stories. These stories are called the myths of the world. So here is a land of diversity, of the thali, where you believe in many lives, where you believe there is no beginning or end, there is no Genesis, there is no apocalypse. There is Anadi, no beginning, Ananta, no end. It just goes on and on and on forever. And there is no judgment day. Nothing is right and wrong. There is only debit and credit. The correct translation of the word paap is debt, to take something. And punya is credit, to give something. In this worldview, profit is debt. The more profit you make, the more you owe the world. Elite you are, the more privileged, the more successful you are, the more developed you are in debt. And you have to repay the debt. There is no liberation, there is no moksha unless you give. These are ideas from India.